everybody. Good morning, good evening. How are you doing today? Got that smile on your face? Smile, regardless, just smile. Well, welcome to Shauna's World. My name is Shauna, and I'm going to do a makeup tutorial. Yes, so let's get started. Yeah. So I've already done my eyebrows, so we don't have to make this video so long, even though I like doing long videos. I mean, I just have a lot to say, and I don't think I can say it in 2 minutes. I mean, 3 minutes or 4 minutes. So I hope you guys don't mind, and I hope you enjoy talking and hanging out with me, or not talking, but hanging out with me and listening to me talk. So anywho, I'm gonna get started. So the first product I like to use, which is my go-to, is the MAC Strobe Hydra Tint, yes. And this is in the color Golden Light. So just take a little bit of that and I just rub it on my face. Just like that. So when I like to do my makeup tutorials, I do like to, like I said, I like to talk, and I come up with different topics that have been on my mind. And my goal is I like to help people, and I like to talk. And at the same token, crazy or not, I also help myself, because most of the ideas or most of the topics that I'm coming up with is because I've gone through it myself, or I might still be going through it. So I'm just a mother, a businesswoman, trying to be a businesswoman. No, am a businesswoman. And a helper, a motivator, as you can say, or if you see me that way. I see myself that way. So, so I am applying my strobe cream, and my next step will be my concealer. Yes. So today I would like to talk about breaking bad habits. Yes, bad habits. We all have them. I know I do. Do you? Do you have problems breaking your bad habits? Well, I've got some ideas on how to break them, and some examples, because I'm going to share to you, or share with you, the habits that I had, and how I went about in breaking them. So, so now I'm going to apply my Pro Longwear Concealer, and I'm going to use my Beauty Blender. So one thing for me, like when I'm breaking a bad habit, or when I want to break a bad habit, I start to visualize. I try to see myself as already overcoming this this habit I'm trying to break, or if I'm trying to change something which I know isn't good, I try to already see myself as already overcoming it, and visualizing, okay, how is it going to be, how I'm going to feel, and I already start to get happy. I know it's crazy, because sometimes you think, oh man, sometimes it really seems like a long road or a long way before you get to that point. But trust me, you'll get there. And of course, you have to put in the work in order to get there. And it really starts with visualizing. You really have to see yourself as already overcoming whatever it might be. For me, I had a really bad smoking habit. I used to smoke cigarettes, believe it or not. Yes, I know. Can you imagine? Yes, I was a smoker, a heavy smoker at that. Now it's been, oh my gosh, how long has it been? My daughter is 21, almost 22. And so, when I found out I was pregnant, at first, I was still smoking, and then I was like, ooh, I don't like cigarettes anymore. And then I don't know what it was, but I just couldn't stand the smell of smoke anymore. I got so turned off that I stopped. And also I thought about it and I was like, I don't want to, it's not fair that I bring a child into this world and be selfish and continue smoking just because it's something I like. I can't think just mainly for myself. I have to also think for my child. So I stopped. Yes, I stopped. I stopped just like that. And perhaps it was also made easy because, you know, as a pregnant woman, I couldn't take the smell. There were certain smells I just could not take. I was just like sick. And even after I had her, I mean, I have not had the desire to go back to smoking. I mean, I'm telling you, it's crazy. Even before I had found out that I was pregnant, I knew that I wanted to stop, and I thought, oh man, am I going to be able to kick this habit? I mean, I was coughing. I mean, and you know, I had one of those smokers cough. I mean, it was really bad because I was like a chain smoker. I wasn't like smoking one or two. You know, you have some of these people and they can smoke like one cigarette a week or one cigarette a year and they're okay. I'm not that type of person. I am the person who, when they get into something, they get into it, you know? Excuse me. Yeah, so it seemed like I wasn't going to be able to, but I had already started to visualize myself, you know, how would my life be without the cigarettes? I don't know. I also had it in my head that that I need cigarettes, or, you know, that I needed to feel cool, or it's something that I just need. And then I just turned that thought around. Like I said, I started to visualize and see myself already being a smoker-free person. And then I got pregnant. So that also was a huge help afterwards. I also used cigarettes as kind of like a crutch. Like if I was feeling stressed, or, you know, after that special moment with your partner, if you know what I mean, you wanted to have a cigarette. You know, all these little ways that I tacked on with, you know, having cigarettes, you know, they were all kind of bad habits, I would say, or bad ways of attaching the cigarette smoking with these habits. If you know, with these, what I did, if that makes any sense. I had to change the way I was thinking. I had to change the way that I saw cigarettes. I started seeing cigarettes as something unhealthy. I started seeing as, yeah, something bad, something that's just not for me. And a classy woman doesn't need to have a cigarette. A classy woman doesn't need to, you know, when she's feeling stressed, she should not be going up there smoking cigarettes. So I had to create other bad habits, but not really bad habits, but good habits. So out of that bad habit, I created a good habit, you know. So if I got stressed, instead of, you know, going and smoking a cigarette, I go and work out. And that's actually a good habit. I mean, workout is always good, you know, working your body out. So that's what I did. So first thing I would do is visualize. Already see yourself as getting over whatever you're trying to get over, the habit you're trying to get over. Just already start visualizing yourself as something being conquered already, you know. See yourself as already, yeah, being happy and yeah, that you did it, you know. Visualize. To be able to visualize something is so important in your next steps, wherever you're trying to get to, you know. Take that time out, listen to some music, and visualize. The second thing to do, or which I have done, is surround yourself around people who've already gotten over that bad habit, you know, or who have good habits, you know. So I started to hang out with people who didn't smoke. That's a big started to hang out with people who didn't smoke, or I followed people who weren't smoking. Because I believe that if you, who you hang out with is who you become. So if you're hanging out with people who also solve their problems or, create their bad habits through smoking, you're going to do the same, Hey everybody. Okay, so I hope you guys can hear me. I'm testing out a new microphone that I've purchased so that you guys can hear me. So I'm hoping everything's working out, but anywho. Okay, so I'm back. Had to step away a bit. So basically surround yourself around people who've already gotten over that habit. If you don't have anybody to hang out with, then find an influencer like me or somebody else, somebody who's been there, done that, and can tell the story. Listen to their stories, see how they were able to get over their bad habits. It is possible. So don't use the excuse, well, I don't have anybody, I don't have the surroundings. That's no excuse today, because we're in a world where everything is online, so you can find all your information online. No excuse. Stop making excuses. Okay. I'm now going to use my Huda Beauty, the Overachiever, and this is the color Peanut Butter. So, and my beauty blender. No, not the beauty blender. No, not the beauty blender for this guy. My MAC brush. Yes, my MAC brush. And this is the number 195. I can still see the number on this. So, surround yourself around people who are there. Another thing to think about, I believe most bad habits come from here in the mind, maybe programming, maybe something that you saw. How can I say that? It starts up here in the mind, you've already come to the conclusion or have this thought, oh gosh, I'm not going to be able to beat this. It's already, I've been doing it too long. This is my comfort zone. This makes me feel good. I feel comfortable with doing this. Whatever. It's all up here, and I really can say it really is all up here, because if you set your mind to it, really set your mind to it, you can break any bad habit. But you really have to change your mind, the way you think, and you have to get this negative thoughts and these put downs. I really believe that you have to already speak it and say, I'm over this, I'm done it, I've kicked, it's done. It might be taking some time, but I'm going to get there. I'm going to break this habit. It's a mindset. It's a mind game. It's crazy. The mind, I tell you, it is really a powerful thing, and it could work either good or it can work bad, and bad meaning, if you already have these, negative thoughts and, how can I say, already just no hope thoughts, then of course it just makes the process a lot harder. But if you already get it in your mind that I'm going to beat this habit, that this is easy and it's all up here, I just have to tell myself by visualizing, I've already beat this habit, I'm just not going to do it anymore, and sometimes what also helps is just cold turkey. Don't put too much thought in it. Just stop it. Just stop it. But I know it's often easier said than done. I know. But trust me, I've done it. And some habits that I had, I was just able to kick it. cigarettes. I mean, I have not touched a cigarette since, since I had already gotten it in my mind that I'm not going to do it anymore. For one, I have a child and I have other responsibility, and two, it's just selfish, and it's just not a good look anymore for me. So I had already got it in my mind, and I just cold turkey. I just stopped it. Of course, I had the help of when I got pregnant, I wasn't able to take the smells anymore. But even after that, I mean, I went back to normal, and I had already told myself that it's unattractive, and it is in a certain sense. I mean, at least for me. I'm not going to kick anybody who smokes cigarette. You do you, whatever makes you happy. But for me, it did make me happy. I hated the way my clothes smell. I hated the way my hair smelled. It was money consuming. I mean, cigarettes, and if you were a chain smoker like I was, it's pricey. It's expensive. So I stopped. I had all these negative associations with this bad habit. So therefore, it was easy for me to quit after that, because I had already put in my mind that it's a turn off. And if I'm if I'm looking for a partner who wants to have a smoky partner, or somebody who's smoking and stinking up the room, it's just not cute, So I had already associated with being something bad, and you can do that too. For that bad habit, try to already associate it with some, that it's something bad. That there's no good outcoming, there's no good look for this bad habit, whatever it might be. Maybe you like to munch chips, eat chips at night. That's also not a nice habit. I had that habit too. I was eating chips and junky stuff at night, and then I started to think, and I became obsessed with it, eating my little chips at night, and that's not good. So I started to change the mindset of, okay, I'm not going to eat so many chips at night. Or I'm going to stop it because it's not good. For one, it adds weight. Two, it's just not healthy. After a certain hour, you should not be eating or munching on anything, because the stomach needs its time to process, to digest the food. So that's not healthy. I'm using now MAC Studio Fix Fluid SPF 15, the color NC45. So I really, I was able to kick the chips habit. Now, instead of eating chips, another idea, I created an alternative, and that you can do as well. You can create an alternative, instead of, pretty much with everything I had, I just created an alternative and tried to create good habits. So instead of smoking, or if I feel frustrated or whatever, then I would go and work out, instead of eating chips, I eat apples, or I eat grapes, or some vegetable pieces. I'll cut up some carrots, as an alternative snack. I know it's easier said than done, but it starts up here, and you can do it. You just have to do it. You just have to set your mind and say, okay, I'm not going to do this anymore. It's for one, that's not a good outcome. For two, it's not a good look, I'm eating at night. It's not good, and I don't feel good about myself. That's another way of breaking a bad habit. Does it make you feel good about yourself? Do you feel good about yourself? Are you happy? If it's not making you happy, then that's also another reason why you have to get rid of it. And oftentimes we know that it's not making us happy. So if it's not making you happy, then stop it. Just stop it, and create alternative. Create other good habits. Write it down. So if I'm not going to eat my chips at night, then I'm going to cut up some apples and fruits every morning, every night. You know, that's going to be my snack. And then I'm going to have to say, okay, after a certain hour anyway, I shouldn't be snacking because I know that it's not good for my stomach, you know, or I'm going to drink a lot of water. You know, if I have a little craving, drink some water. Water is great for killing cravings. I mean, at least for me. I'm sure it's also the same for you. Drink water, drink enough. Sometimes your body sends signals when it's missing something. So maybe it's not that you're hungry. Maybe you're thirsty. Maybe your body's calling out fluids and it comes out in the sign of I'm hungry. I mean, okay, I'm not a doctor or anything, but I'm just saying. I mean, I've heard it. I've listened to these shows where you have the doctors come on and they give their prognosis, but maybe it's another sign. Maybe it's another reason why, you know, you're got these munchies. Maybe you need to drink more. Or maybe, I just said in another video, maybe you're just bored. Maybe you're not busy enough, you know? Maybe you need to get a hobby or a life, you know? It helps, I'm telling you. And then you won't have time to be thinking about munching on something because you're so busy, you know? And then by the time you know it, the evening's already over. So, starts up here, guys. You can do it. Trust me, you can do it. I've done it, really. And I've had my bad habits. I just talked the other day, or yesterday, or the day before, not sure. I put out a video and I talked about shopping. Shopping is a horrible habit. It's a nice thing to do, but it can turn into something bad if you don't have any discipline. So I've given alternatives of how you can turn that around with your shopping, you know, limit it, you know, and if you have to do something, then try to trick yourself, fool yourself. You know, what I did with shopping is because I like shopping and I just like the idea of putting things into the cart. I'm referring to online, of course. You know, I like to have the illusion that I'm going to buy something. So I'll put it in the cart and then the next day, you know, and then afterwards, and I just go to sleep. And then I just won't even, you know, I'll be like, okay, I got that feeling out of the way. And then the next day when I woke up, most of the time I forgot about it. Maybe a week later, then I would go back into that shop and be like, oh, I still had these things in the cart. I forgot all about it. So I didn't need it anyway. And it wasn't something that that I had to have. So therefore, you know, create alternatives, you know, create other ways to, you know, getting rid of these cravings. If you have cravings, then try something, replace it with something good, you know. It's doable, girl. Don't doubt yourself. Everybody can do it, and oftentimes it's up here. So now I'm gonna get a nice palette, and I think I'm gonna take my Morphe palette. I like this palette. It's a really nice one. It's got a lot of nice colors. Looks like this. And this is Social Butterfly 15S. I always keep I know it's a crazy thing I have, but I always keep the boxes and stuff. I don't know if that's a bad habit, but I just like the fact of open something new. Look, maybe that's also another thing. Maybe a reason why I like to shop, because I like the fact of opening up something new. For the longest, I used to be into vintage clothing and old things, and I used to like to go to the thrift stores and flea markets, and so therefore I didn't have anything new. I just bought it all used. But now I'm totally opposite. Now I like everything new, and so now I'm so extreme that I keep the boxes. But it's okay. I'm not harming anybody. It doesn't take up a lot of space, so it's good. So anywho, I'm gonna use Morphe, and look, I see them still got the plastic up in there, but it's okay. I think I'm going to start off with this color, AD, and that's this one right here. And this is the 217 MAC brush, I'm assuming, but I use this for applying my shadows. yeah, I would say just create a new habit. Another idea is to maximize, or to reduce, if you, let's say, let me see. Okay, if you're a cigarette smoker, try to reduce it, try to go step by step, baby steps, that always hurts. Sometimes not everybody has the power just to, cold turkey. Although I say if you're going to beat any habit, the best is to do cold turkey. But let's say if it's just not possible, then try to reduce it. And then, set a goal, instead of, I'm going to use the example of cigarette smoking. If you're used to smoking a pack a day, try to reduce it. Try to go down to 15 cigarettes. I mean, I don't even know how many cigarettes come in a case. Is it 30? Was it 25? But somehow just try to reduce it. And every day, I mean, if you got to really start in baby steps, I mean, literally baby steps, then just go per day. Just reduce it until you get down to nothing, Although I still say that that's complicated, because what do you do if you're stressy and then you've already smoked 10 cigarettes, or put yourself on a limit, I know they also offer these patches if you're a smoker. It's possible. You can do it step by step. Okay, so the next color I'm going to go into is my brush. Yes, this is my Urban Decay brush. I think I'm going to take this color, Mem Girls. This is a little bit darker. And go right here in the corner, just a little bit, because it's give a little bit of a smoky look. But yeah, girl, it's possible. It is possible, and you got to believe in yourself, and you can do it. And one important thing is just never give up. Don't be hard on yourself if you weren't successful with breaking habits. I mean, I don't know how long your bad habit is, but it takes time. It takes time, and it takes a lot of work. So don't beat up on yourself if you're not able to kick it right then and there, Very important is that you still visualize yourself as already getting over that habit, and that you never give up. That's really important. The moment you give up on here. The moment you give up, then that's it. But if you still keep saying, okay, you know what? I had a relapse. Yes, I just had to go in and get me another donut, or I just had to smoke a cigarette. Don't worry, we're all humans. We make mistakes, okay? Main important thing is that you just don't give up. That you just keep it like in your head. Okay, I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there. I'm going to keep doing the necessary steps in order that I can, slowly get there. That's really important, really. Discipline. You got to be disciplined, and you got to believe in yourself. Really, you got to believe yourself. And if you have problems and you just don't have that self-esteem or that power, then do the work. There's so many self-help books out there that can get you to that point. Taking time out for yourself, and reading, and self-affirmation daily. I mean, if you're that type of person who needs to hear it daily, and you don't hear it from somebody else, then you got to tell yourself, look, I can do this. I'm strong. Look in the mirror and say it confidently that, oh gosh, did I say that right? I've really been away so long. Oh, whatever. Okay. Just be confident and just look in the mirror and say, yes, I can do it. Yes, I can do it. I can do it. I'm going to get over this. It's taking me time, but I'm going to get over it. And Trust me, it will happen. Trust me, it's going to happen. And get happy. Very important, get happy. Just say, you know what, it's all right, I messed up, but I'm going to get there. And I just see myself, I see how I'm going to look, I see how I'm going to be. I get excited. I know it's easier said than done, but sometimes you just got to do it, and don't make it too difficult. It's not really difficult, really. You can do it. You can do it. And you got to tell yourself that. You have to be the one who tanks yourself. And like I said, there is no excuse because we are living in a day and age where, you know, you have all the information and you have all the access online. If you have a computer, if you have a cell phone, there's no excuse. Everybody has access to information. So the information is out there. The self-help videos are out there. YouTube is free. So, I mean, you got plenty of people online who can, you know, who've been there where you've been and who are willing to share their stories, you know. There's self-help groups as well. I mean, you go on Facebook, there's tons of Facebook groups. So the help is out there. So don't give up, you know. Like I said, it's not easy. And then you, like I said, you got to tell yourself, you got to continue to tell yourself, I'm going to do this. Might take me a while, but I'm going to do it. Just don't give up. I mean, really, if you give up, then there you can be like, I mean, then I don't know what to tell you, because then that's bad. You shouldn't give up on yourself. Don't give up on yourself. And don't expect other people to believe in you, because you have to believe in you, really. Nobody can want more than, you can't, what's that saying? You can't want more for somebody than you want for yourself. Something like that. Okay, whatever. Basically, don't give up. Just don't give up. Want it for yourself, and don't expect other people to want it for you. You have to want it. You have to already see yourself in that change. Okay, guys, I'm using, oh my gosh. Speaking of influencer, I am using the color Influencer. And it's purple. Oh my gosh. Oh, and this is a Urban Decay brush. So, and sometimes habits, they can take years, you know. But like I said, just the key is not to give up. I mean, they don't have to take years. I mean, that's what they say, but it doesn't have to be that way. You know, don't also listen to what statistics say. You know, you are the statistic up in here. So you got to say, no, in my case, I'm going to be able to break it. And I have. And I'm telling you, it is possible. The mind is extremely powerful. You'd be surprised. The mind and the mouth. The mouth. You know, even if you're thinking negative, like, oh, I don't know. I just don't know. Don't say it. Right? Just keep it up here a little bit. And then try to, you know, talk it and say, no, I'm going to do this. You know, even though up here you might still be thinking, you know, you got to talk it out so you can tell your mind, okay, you got to turn this around because I'm just not having it. Trust me, it works. It does. And I know you're like, oh my gosh, she's preaching, but I've been there, done that. So I know we go through our challenges all the time, and we always looking for, you know, ways to comfort ourselves. So sometimes we create these bad habits, but it's possible, you know. I'll give you another example. I'm now going to use my Yves Saint Laurent. This is my eyeliner. It's a liquid matte eyeliner, and it's the color #1 Noir Minimal. This is literally my go-to eyeliner. It's possible. Just do it. Just break it and don't put too much thought into it. Just do it, you know? It is possible. I'm trying to think what other habits that I have. I used to, gotta think about it right now. I know I'm like I'm an excessive chip eater. I also, oh gosh, I got a bad habit of looking at horror movies. I know, it's so crazy, I know. I think it's a bad habit. I don't know, it's not good. It's a lot of negative energy, but I don't see it that way. I don't know, I just always liked horror movies, so it is kind of a bad habit. So instead of watching bad horror movies, I try to watch inspiring movies. I try to watch series that are somewhat positive, not too much horror. I try to reduce it, okay? I gotta be honest, I love my horror movies, so I try to reduce it. I don't watch it as much as I used to. I don't know. I know, I'm weird. It's okay. We all have our weird habits and things, so, but I know that that's nothing positive to be watching horror movies, but I guess I get it I like to watch it because of the thrill, and I don't know, so I reduced watching horror movies, and I try to create other movies or check out other shows that don't require too much horror. Maybe a little bit of mystery, but I try to reduce it, definitely. I haven't cut it out all the way because I'm not gonna lie, if there's a good horror movie coming out, I've got to go there and see it, and then I gotta judge it. Okay, was it good or was it not good? But for me, and this is another thing too, oftentimes when I watch like really scary movies, then I'm just like, I feel so bad after it, And so I also have to tell myself, okay, Shauna, remember the last horror movie you watched and you got really creeped out. And so don't watch it, because it's not good. And then I'll be like, okay, I'm not going to watch anything. And then I'll go back and watch it. So look, I'm human. I make my mistakes too, but I definitely reduced it, and I have created alternatives. So my point is, it's possible. You can do it. You just have to do it. And don't worry. Don't beat yourself up. Just say you can do it. Okay, maybe it's a bad example for bad habits, but I don't know. I see it as a bad habit. I don't think it's good if you're watching people or monsters coming out, but I don't know. I guess it was something I've always enjoyed ever since I was a little girl. I was just never the type that who got off on watching Disney shows. That was never me. I've always wanted to see creepy stuff, and I notice my kids are the same, and I don't know where they got it from because I never introduced them to horror movies. I mean, of course they know that when Halloween comes around, I like to, we like to have parties and funs and watch somewhat creepy movies, but I don't know where they got it from. No. Anyway, okay, so I'm not gonna do a long video, guys, because I know you all have things to do and you want to get out and about and get the message quick. But my point is, don't give up. Whatever it is that you're struggling with, don't give up. You can do it. Just take it step by step. I'm gonna use my NARS, and this is the color Aroused, my go-to. And I'm gonna use my NARS brush, the blush brush, I call it. No, just don't give up. Keep it positive and visualize and already see yourself as overcoming it. It is possible, very much so. I mean, might take some time, but the main thing is that you don't give up and do the work. You have to do the work. It's not going to come easy. You have to do the work, and you have to be consistent. And like I said, you have to speak it out. You really have to talk it out. And if you're feeling negative thoughts, don't talk it out. I'm telling you, zip it. Zip it. It's not good. It's not good for your development. It's not good for you getting over whatever it is you're trying to get over. You have to speak positive words. Speak it out as if it's already in the past and that it's already done, really. I don't know how to stress that, because the mind is powerful, but I would say even the mouth is even more powerful, really. Because you can teach your mind, you can talk to your mind and say, listen, mind, I'm going to do this regardless of what you're saying. I'm going to put other images in my head. I'm going to visualize, I'm going to see other people who've already conquered it, and I'm going to see myself as conquering it. And you got to talk it and say it. Oh boy, I'm talking so much and my voice is going out. I'm still going to talk though. Even if I have to type it out, you guys will get my message. Okay, so I'm using MAC. This is a highlighter, and I got this highlighter a while ago. This was a special. So unfortunately, you're not going to be able to find this in the store. This was some Christmas offer that they were offering. Shopping. But that was a while ago. That was a while ago. So I don't buy as many highlighters as I used to. Okay, so I'm going to apply my eyelashes. And I use my dual, looks like that. And I'll be right back, and then I'll give my final comments and let you guys move on about your day. And hopefully you can start the day off positive, or the evening. You know, you can also go through the evening and, you know, sleep in peace, and, you know, already have a good train of thought. Yes, I'm going to do this. And so whatever part of the day is, you can start it off good. It doesn't necessarily have to start in the morning. It can start now, in the afternoon, or in the evening, or late at night if it's midnight. Never too late. So, okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so I got the eyelashes on. Decided to go with a different eyelash. Ardell Wispies. These guys here. They look like this. Yeah. Something different. So not so big, but I don't know. I'm missing my big eyelashes, the long eyelashes. So I don't know. We'll see. This is Urban Decay, and this is the Vice lipstick. Liquid lipstick, and this is the color Amulet Comfort Matte. So it looks like this. Seems like I'm running out. Trust me, I have enough lipsticks, so if this runs out, I have another one. Have to be disciplined. So I think that's nice for an everyday look. What do you guys think? So I'm going to do my little trick again, which I learned, or which I've seen on Instagram. Douche, douche, douche. Voila. So guys, yeah, I hope you were able to I was talking about today, and I really enjoyed you all being here with me and taking the time out of your day to listen to me. Yeah, if you like this video, give it a like sign. It can help me. And if you know somebody who's going through breaking a bad habit, share. Sharing is caring. And other than that, I try to upload videos daily. Now, I'm not going to make any major promises. I'm starting slowly, baby steps. So subscribe. I would love for you all to come in and, yeah, stay tuned and be notified when I'm uploading videos. So either way, take care, and till next time, bye.